you're all welcome, and thank you for joining us in this telecast. And I hope through the power of the Holy Ghost, you will have some more spiritual food to know how to deal with the matter of marriage, because we are still dwelling on this important subject. To the newcomer, we welcome you in this ministry, Gilberdea Ministry, where everybody is disciple. We are here to learn how to walk with the Lord faithfully. And as you are here sitting, may the Lord grant you his favor to give you wisdom, knowledge, understanding to deal and to sort out some of the challenges you are facing in your life. As for today, we're going to talk about marriage, as we say. My name is Patrick, and the book we're going to use today is written by the overseer of the ministry, who is Archbishop Gilberdea, Preparation into Marriage. It is very important for you to know how to prepare before signing that lifespan covenant. I know some of us, we have heard this information and over, but the more you hear it, the more it sinks in your system, and the more it becomes part of you, and the more you begin to act according to those information, and your life shall be transformed. So, as you all know, my marriage myself was not easy, and as a young man, I went out with so many girls and women before getting married, and that brought some trouble into my life. So today, we're going to talk about unbreakable love of soul tie. That is page 20 on this book. That is on page 20 from this book, Preparation into Marriage. Then I will start. Soul tie is love of life and death. It has got no racial discrimination, color, or tribe. And it does not care whether you are a believer or not. I had some friends when we were growing up. You know, as a young person, your blood is still very hot, whether you're a woman or you're a man. And when you discover that reality of you, I'm talking about sexual activity, you feel like no one else has known it. No one else has done it. And you feel like the first boyfriend, the first girlfriend is your life and death. And some young people, some of them were my friend, they went to the extent of drinking the blood of each other. And it cleaved them, it knit them in their souls. And when you do such kind of thing, you went and do such kind of thing out of ignorance. You did not know. And now, as a grown-up person, in your marriage, that thing is affecting you. There's no stability in the marriage. Because somewhere in the spiritual world, there is some spirit claiming the former relationship you were in. You didn't do it according to the will of God, and now an evil being is between you to remind the Lord what you have done. And in your marriage, there's no peace. Because someone is saying, this woman does not belong to you, or this man does not belong to you, because he signed a covenant, a blood covenant with somebody else. And that somebody else, maybe his spirit or his soul, will come between you when you're in bed. You will see this in the book of Genesis 34, verse 2 to 3. In that instant, they did not exchange blood. They did not drink blood. But the reason I'm bringing this book of Genesis 34 is when you sleep with a woman, bodily fluid are exchanged, and it goes into the blood system, and you begin to be what we call one flesh. Do you understand? So it says, and when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country saw her. The person we are talking about here is Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. He took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul cleave, as I was saying, his soul cleave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. Many young person, like my sister was giving a testimony yesterday, when your mother, when your father is telling you, you're not ready yet for sexual activity, and in fact, it's not good to have such kind of activity outside marriage because it will bring you trouble. Why? When you go out with a man or with a woman, the person will take from your life something he cannot bring back. You can never have it back. You cannot have your virginity back, and you cannot have your innocence back, and it's gone. And most of the time, people who know that a certain person, it might be a woman or a man, has been going out around, sleeping roughly, sleeping with any kind of human being, no one wants to be with you because they see you as somebody that is unfaithful. So, in this instance, according to what the man of God say, a Gentile had a relationship with Dinah, Jacob's daughter. Jacob was a holy man of God who is known as Israel, but his daughter and the Gentile were soul ties now. We are here, we are Christian, and we can call ourselves holy, but we don't know what our children are doing outside there. Internet has become like a big crossroad where everybody meets. Your child can be in the bedroom, you don't know what she or he doing. Maybe she is inviting somebody, and then when you see her or him going out, maybe they are going somewhere to have sex. And these days are very dangerous. Put aside disease and all the thing you know. Young people now are dabbling very deeply in the occult. When they see a young girl that is still virgin, that is what the enemy likes. The boy will talk nicely to you to ensnare you into having sex with you. One man of God from where I come from Cameroon, he said that in the congregation, they will send the agent. The agent will be there to target the young girl that are still virgin, that has never gone out with a man. And what they will do is, when they go out with virgin, this Bible you see, this Bible is very dangerous. I don't remember the psalm. He said that when they see a victim, a prey, what they will do is, they will take the name of that girl. They will go into their bedroom from 12 midday till 6 p.m. They will recite that psalm from the Bible, calling the name of the girl, constantly. And when it's 6 p.m., they come out. And when they come out, if you are not fortunate, if you are unfortunate then to come across them, they will call you. And it feels like something is drawing you. Something coming from them is drawing you. And when you go, according to what the man of God, because he said that, he was doing that, they would take the girl to the room, they will sleep with the girl, and they will curse her. They will remove everything God has deposited, robbing you of your future. And by doing such kind of relationship, a soul tie now takes place. And the man said that sometime you will see girl, they are following a certain man. The man physically abusing them, verbally abusing them, but there's no way you can separate them. They have been a soul tie. Parent, you are here. You are not just here for mere blessing. You are here to stand in the gap for your children. Because
amen.
Because what is happening outside there is very dangerous. Our children are facing danger all the time. because of lack of experience, they will fall into that snare. By the time they know it, their life is gone and nobody wants to marry them. Are you there? So, people become soul tie according to what the man of God say. People become soul tie because of having a relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend that comes into soul tie. Sometimes such kind of romantic love will force them into marriage. Like your daughter went out, now she's pregnant, and you don't want to have a bastard in your house. You are pushing now your daughter to marry somebody you don't know, somebody you have never seen before, and you don't know what will happen to your daughter. And when your daughter goes there, it is misery. Maybe the man was just one of these con people, and he just used your daughter, just use the body of your daughter, and now he's tired. He say, you are old-fashioned, I don't want it anymore. And the person is in limbo, confused. And she start crying, and they will abandon such kind of girl with maybe 2 or 3 children, and she has no resources. Let's say, for example, in Africa, in this country, people are fortunate to have the welfare system where a single mother can benefit and cash money for free to look after the children, though that sometimes it's not easy for them, because when the children start coming up, it becomes a problem. I separated from my wife. She said 3 years. It was not 3 years. It was 9 years. We separated in 2003 when Joel was born, and we came back together 2012 Omside Street. So the time my wife was alone with these children, when the father figure is not at home, the male children, the tendency the male children will have is to be disobedient to the mother. They see you, I cannot take order from you. You are too weak. He will never say so, but his body language will tell you. One day, because I work for Royal Mail, they came, I was going out, and my son loved me. When he sees me, he wanted to come where I was going, but I was going to work. So, and me and the mother were not talking. I didn't even want to see her. So he started kicking the mother. And my colleagues started wondering, why is your son behaving like this? I didn't want to tell them the truth. So young children, young people, at that time I was young, when you are entering into such kind of relationship and it goes wrong, you will suffer the consequences. The man will abandon you with 10 children. How will you do? Nobody is there to help you. Maybe your mother is no longer alive. What will you do? Mostly in Africa where there's no welfare system, boys will come and sleep with you and they abandon you. And because of the soul tie, you love them. Your heart is yearning to see them again, and you are losing weight and you are getting old. When you are on the street, you are just 25 years old, but you look like 52. And no man wants to marry a woman that has already expired. No one wants to marry an old person, an old woman. We want somebody that is fresh, that will look after you. When you go to work, she will be able to cook, to clean, and to welcome you when you're coming back. But an old person, the body now is off. She sleeps all the time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing anybody, as I was saying to him. As I was saying, I was in that situation. I was in that situation where sometime when I think about my wife, she herself, she was suffering. I didn't know that. It is now that you understand. Because there, somebody went home and said that, why don't you talk to your sister? She's losing weight because she wants her husband. And that's what is happening because of soul tie. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Boy, this day, when they talk, honeycomb drop from their mouth. And it enter in your ears and you allow your body to be used and you are in trouble. You love them, but they don't. They just want to use your body. But they themselves, they have been ensnared by Satan because blood exchange has taken place. When you go with somebody, your bodily fluid mix and the blood has been exchanged and the soul tie takes place. When people have love relationship before making a decision to marry, it is not healthy. Are you there? Because when a boy see you very easy, he will never respect you. Women, I'm talking about women here this time. Women are very delicate. Women are easy to expire quickly. So, why will you then use your future for only 5-minute pleasure? And you go and meet with a con man that is just there. He has nothing in the mind to settle down. He's just a playboy. I used to be like that. I used to do that. I'm not going to lie here. When I married my wife, I was no virgin and she was no virgin too. We all know that. It brought problem between us. I was born in the city. My wife was born in the village. I was born in one of the roughest area of Cameroon. Some of you who love football, you may have heard of a team in Yaoundé called Canon de Yaoundé. I don't know what you have heard of that team. That area is the roughest one. And the people, you don't joke with them. So I was brought up in that area. And I did not have the kind of respect a normal child will have. My family was good. When I say good, my father was not rich, my mother was not rich, but you had something to eat. But around us were rough people. And I was going around doing the same thing they were doing because I saw them sleeping with the women and they don't care. You know, in Africa, you can slap a woman on the street, no one will call you. Nobody will call police. And I started doing the same thing. Maybe some of us, we are living in some area. Those areas are very bad and they are giving bad habit to children. It is later on that I came to understand what I was doing to this girl were no good. And that's why I started suffering in my marriage because their soul was bitter. Their soul was talking against me. Because of the soul, their soul was complaining, saying that God, look at how this man treated me. Whereas I trusted in him with his body, I believe what he said. And now, see me. The only good thing is, I love my kid too much. Even if I have a kid with a mad woman, I will go and collect the kid. That is the good thing. Otherwise, I would have had kids all over. But I was very careful not to have them all over. Amen. Because it would have brought it would have brought trouble between me and so many people. Mostly my parents, because they love their grandchildren. It is not healthy because when they get married, I'm talking about having a relationship before marrying your wife or your husband, there will be suspicion between you and your husband. The man will think that you're still dating your old boyfriend. You're still dating your old girlfriend. Unless you come to Christianity. I'm not saying to church, to Christianity, to a place like Gilbert Ministry where the presence of Jesus Christ is effective, and it begin to wipe from your mind all this negative and toxic emotion. If you're trying to live by our own energy, by your own energy, do you understand? You will live a life of suspicion. Even if you do not say anything to your wife or to your husband, in their mind, they are not at peace because they believe that you are still dating your old boyfriend. And in some cases, it's true. It's true. So, when then you come to a place where the presence of God is effective, God begin to remove from your heart the mistrust. That's why God say, I will take from you the stony heart and replace with the heart of flesh.
Amen.
Okay, that now will make you to begin to see your husband or your wife as a human being. My name is Pastor Patrick, and I thank you, viewers, for joining us for this program. And I hope the Lord God, the Holy Spirit, has impacted you with wisdom how to deal with preparation before going to marriage. God bless you.
A sacrifice, atonement, your blood you have shed, your obedience being sacrificed. As the Son of Man you are.